This is the Xbox Game Show post chat. So obviously we did the pre-show, we did the show, and now we've got the post show going on. So I hope you guys enjoy. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. And yeah, let's dive in and let's talk about what happened at Xbox Game Showcase 2023. Just making sure everything's going. And I hope you guys enjoyed getting some Game Pass Ultimate codes, 12-month codes. I still got 2 more that I'll be sending out while we're doing the chat. And I'll be throwing them all up on the Discord too in case any of them were missed so that they can be grabbed for those that are present there too. And we'll probably put some Starfield running in the backdrop as soon as that trailer is up on YouTube and stuff. But first off, let's talk about the show and what was present. We had Fable, the long-awaited return of Fable. Though it didn't, I don't think it had a release date, from what I understand. So I was a little surprised by that. So I'm assuming if there's no release date, lucky late 24, probably 2025 then, if that's going to be the case. But it showed off chicken kicking, it showed off the British humor, it showed off gorgeous in-game visual cinematics. I mean, if when I think of Fable, that's kind of what I think of. Hilariously, Kevin is not online for the post show, which is kind of a good chuckle to me, honestly. But yeah, Fable looked really, really good. I'm genuinely excited for Fable. I guess we could actually have that running with the in the backdrop here. Yeah, we could do that. One sec. I think we have the technology to make this run in the backdrop there. Yeah, we do. So yeah, let's just have that going on there. So yeah, Fable is just like I'm so excited because it's a series I loved when I was younger. I absolutely loved Fable. So I mean, they're bringing Fable back. Playground's doing it. I think because this is all in game, right? So this is actually what the game is going to look like, and I think aesthetically it nails that like feeling of fantasy and fun of like the traditional, Fable games, but it modernizes it in such an impressive visual way. But it's got that cheeky humor, that cheeky style. I mean, it's Fable, and like I said, it's called the chicken kicking, which is like what? Oh, there's Xbox Game Pass codes. Like, I've been throwing them up throughout the entire last stream, and I've got one more too to throw up. There's one I actually just put up too if you missed it. Go up in this chat and scroll through it and grab it. But like, yeah, there's the Wolverines, and I literally cannot wait for this. It also seems like they're maybe playing into the concept of like what is a fable, because they're doing a Jack the Beanstalk kind of thing with it, because obviously he's a giant. So like that is going to be really, really interesting to see how they play around with this concept, because they might actually be digging more into the fables element of like what Fable could be. So that's either going to be a really cool thing, or that might be a little bit away from like the idea of what Fable is, because Fables to me is supposed to be like you're a hero that grows, and there's morality, and there's like you're on a hero's quest. So we'll see how that all plays in. But yeah, Fable. I'm so goddamn excited. And what was I think I missed it because we were having technical problems, but I don't think they put a release date in, did they? Oh yeah, the thing that the giant eats. So you kill the giant, you get the sandwich. Um, So there was no release date on that. Okay, I was kind of hoping for a Fable release date. Yeah, Fable was a very impressive opener. It was very, very good. South of Midnight, which is the compulsion game. So that's supposed to be like a New Orleans inspired sort of environment. That one looks cool, but the trailer didn't really tell us much. So that's just kind of announcing that one. That's the first one Compulsion's done. So Compulsion, they did We Happy Few, which was very Bioshock-esque. So kind of curious about that. And then we had Star Wars Outlaws, which is coming out next year. So that's the Bounty Hunter Star Wars game. So that one I'm also curious about to see what that is like, what that has to offer. Because that's, I believe, from the people that made The Division. So That should be really, really neat. 33 Immortals, 33 player co-op game. Could be fun for streaming, I guess. I don't know. Looked kind of nice aesthetically. So that one was kind of cool. There's Payday 3, which looked a lot more impressive than I thought it was gonna look. I was kind of like wondering how Payday 3 was gonna. You know what I mean? I was kind of wondering how that was gonna shape up, but visually, I was actually like, wow, Payday 3 looks pretty good. It looks like Siege when Siege used to be more like sieging. And then we had Persona 3 Reload, which looked good. We had what was the other one? Persona 5 Tactics. Then there was Avowed. So Avowed was, to me, really impressive. Like, we've been waiting, for Avowed for quite a while. Obviously from Obsidian. So for me, this one really looked like an interesting hybrid of, like, they're obviously using the technology from the Outer Worlds, but it's like a mix. Oh, that's the New Vegas dude. That's hilarious. Oh my god. So they're obviously... Oh, and that's Penton. Okay, that's all their games. They're showing off all their games in the beginning. Oh, I missed that. That's hilarious. Okay, so Avowed looks like a combination of, like, the Outer Worlds is a base plate, but it kind of has, like, a sort of aesthetic of, like, Oblivion kind of. Like, actually, I kind of thought it was Assassin's Creed for a second there with the guy running up. Okay, because I missed the opening because of the technical issues I was having. But this looks so visually impressive, and, there's fantasy and magic, and it's set in the Pillars of Eternity universe, if you didn't know that. So, like, there's established lore that is just massive for this game. You can play the Pillars of Eternity games on Game Pass if you want to get an idea of the world, but it's going to be damn cool. Like, I think this game looks insanely impressive, and we know it's coming out in 2024 now, so this is going to be a big tentpole release for Xbox, like, just a massive RPG. Like, if you like role-playing games, you like Western role-playing games, Xbox has all of them. All of them. Like, literally all of them. It's just wild. I'm very, very excited here. Oh, the beta for 33 is this year too. I don't know. I'm so hyped about, like, the stuff here. There was a lot of stuff I feel like was missing too from the showcase, and we'll get to that after, but I kind of want to just do a quick recap chat of, like, all the stuff they showed. Then I want to talk about what's missing, and then do regular thoughts, and then a Q&A thing. And like I said, our pal Kevin was supposed to be here, but he's slacking and he's sleeping in. Sucks to suck, I guess. But anyways, so I think Avowed looks really, really great. Yeah, I really do genuinely think, like, this game looks amazing. I can't wait because I love the Outer Worlds, which was like Fallout in space, and obviously high fantasy is a blast. But you get to have guns and magic and bows, and you get to explore crazy fantasy world, and it looks very colorful and vibrant. And I mean, I think this looks fantastic. I'm very, very excited about this game because it looks so ridiculously weird. So that's going to be excellent. Alright, so we got that one. Sea of Thieves, Monkey Island. Nice tie-in if you're a fan of, the Monkey Island, you like Sea of Thieves. It might be fun to do. Okay, so for me, one of the big, big surprises was Flight Sim 2024 got announced. So I was under the impression that they were just going to keep updating Flight Sim over 10 years. So I didn't know that we were getting a new Flight Sim, like a next-gen, properly released version of Flight Sim. Like, this is Flight Sim 2024. This is not like you know what I mean? This is not, like, I don't know, just because I love my Flight Sim games. I was like, oh, okay, so they're just adding new stuff. But then if you actually, like, really look at it, it looks like they've redone a lot of the, like, the texturing and stuff like that. Like, this is actually, like, an overhauled, upgraded, meaner, nicer looking Flight Sim game. So I don't know if this is going to replace Flight Sim up in the store, because it was like, wasn't it Flight Sim 2020 was what the original title was, or is it Flight Sim 2021? But, like, this is going to be a new version of Flight Sim. And it looks like they're going more like you can do jobs and have a career within Flight Sim. And to me, that looks so just, like, exciting, because I love Flight Sim. Like, I really passionately am about Flight Sim. We've done, like, streams of it. We've done tours of Flight Sim. I love this goddamn game so much. So I'm very, very hyped for it. I'm just trying to find out what Flight Sim, like, year it came out. Like, what the actual name of it was. Let's see. Flight Sim. Okay, so Flight Sim is 2020. Yeah, so, I mean, it's been 4 years, so that's that's about the right time for a new flight sim game. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I can't wait to review this. I can't wait to stream flight sim. I really, really, really love flight sim. Like, it sounds probably silly to a lot of people, but it's so cool. Like, the love of aviation and exploration. But yeah, it looks like they've actually redone a lot of the world textures, and it's a weird way to do the trailer, but man, I can't wait to fly a hot air balloon too. Like, oh my god. Yeah, it makes sense. Like, if this is 4 years from the other flight sim, this makes perfect sense to release a new version of it, right? Like, that is gonna be freaking awesome. So we also got Dune flight sim tie-in. Call me when they add TIE fighters. And then there was Hellblade. So Hellblade looks fantastic, and we now know that this one is Hellblade is coming out in 2024. So that's really, really exciting. They showed in-game footage of it running on Series X, and it looks like incredible. I don't even know, because it looks like there's like bitrate stuff, at least on my end, where it looks like the visual quality of it doesn't really show off how good the game looks, but like this is actually it running on the Series X here. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit so you can see the gameplay of it. Like this is actual gameplay. Just I don't know how to describe this really for people where you're like, oh, it's just like a video or whatever. But this is actual like gameplay. Just the way they've done the texturing, the lighting, and everything like that is so goddamn cinematic. Like, I can't believe this is actually even running on a console. And I feel like the bitrate on YouTube is actually kind of butchering this too, because it really does look remarkable. Like, just the technology behind this whole setup is crazy. Like, very, very good. Yeah, this is genuinely an impressive looking technical showcase. I think they're going to be after some awards for this one. I think this is going to be Xbox's award claim thing. But let's be real here. Starfield is probably going to be Game of the Year. I don't think I've seen anything quite like Starfield. We'll talk about Starfield more later, but if you watch the showcase where I was chatting live, I was losing my goddamn mind at Starfield. Starfield's freaking nuts, dude. Absolutely nuts. So anyways, we're going to swap out from Hellblade because I want to get through everything. There was Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, which I guess is Yakuza 9, I think. I think it's Yakuza 9. So, yeah. Fallout 76, you get to go to Atlantic City. It kind of looked improved visually, but they didn't announce a current-gen update. And there was no Fallout 4 current-gen update either, so that was weird that there wasn't any mention of that. There was Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess, which is like that weird Japanese, like, colorful... I don't know if it's like another Dark Souls game or what that was, so that was a little bit weird. Obviously, we had Forza Motorsport, October 10th it's coming out, so I don't know, it's Forza. There's going to be a deep dive Xbox where, I guess, Turn 10 is doing this month to talk about the career stuff. So, Elder Scrolls, Necrom, which we'll be covering. Joel will return to help us with that one. There was Overwatch 2 update. We talked about Persona 5. Jasant, which is a Don't Nod title. So Don't Nod, they make incredible narrative-driven adventures. They made Remember Me, they made Vampire, they made Life is Strange. They make great games. So that's where you're climbing and exploring. Still Walks the Deep, which was another one where you're kind of on like an oil rig. So that one is neat because I believe it was the Chinese Room, and I'm trying to think of what else the Chinese Room made, but I believe they made some quirky, weird, like you're questioning the things of life games. So yeah, I'm going to look at that because I just want to make sure that I know what they kind of did. So they made, I gotta actually look up their list. Games developed. Yeah, they do Dear as Esther and Amnesia, Machine for Pigs, Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. They make very weird kind of like, crazy kind of things. Yeah, the Joel stream. We've got Dungeons of Hinterberg, which looked kind of cool. That was like a kind of, I want to say cel-shaded like dungeon kind of attack and crawling thing. And then, the Cyberpunk trailer. So that's September, which is a little bit further away than I thought it would be. I thought Cyberpunk was going to be a little sooner, but it looks like it's worth the wait. I mean, obviously, we get to continue the story from the main game. Keanu's back. Keanu didn't sound too good in the presentation thing, so I don't know what was up with that. Maybe bad audio or something, but Yeah, we got Keanu's back. Idris Elba is in here. It looks fantastic. So I am very very excited. I mean, I love Cyberpunk. You know, we've streamed Cyberpunk, we've reviewed Cyberpunk, we've covered Cyberpunk. So this is going to be a big deal. They say it's going to be a massive expansion. I can't wait to see what they do with this. Oh, hi, Susan. Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with this update to Cyberpunk. Well, expansion to Cyberpunk, right? So like, I don't know. I hope it's a big meaty thing we can sit there and do and have some fun with it. I was kind of hoping we'd get to see like sort of I don't know what I'm thinking, like some sort of update tease or something to go alongside this, but yeah, so that one's coming in September. Looks really good. I'm very excited to see how this one turns out. I can't wait to see for more Cyberpunk. I'm all really very very excited about it. So yeah, that's Cyberpunk. City Skylines, which I kind of missed because I was gone for a second there, but yeah, I don't know. I heard it looks really impressive, so let's take a look at it. I missed this because I was gone for a second. But you know, I love cities. I love SimCity back in the day. So we got a new cities coming. It's day one Game Pass. I think like almost everything was day one Game Pass. Even that Capcom title was a Game Pass title. But I'm very very excited to see what cities does here. So yeah, it's kind of like de-evolving an area. Okay. Very very pretty looking game. And ooh, yeah, I can't wait. I love the city building. We'll do streams and stuff for this one. It'll be a lot of fun. But it is a good point to be like, hey yo, be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donation's cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, channel member gifting, Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, great times. And I do have one more Xbox Game Pass code, which I will drop into the chat. And like I said, in the Discord afterwards, I will be dropping all of the Game Pass codes again, just in case somebody did not grab them. So yeah, in the Discord, there'll just be a list of them so people can just grab whatever was missed by people during the stream. Because we did have 7 Xbox, 12-month Xbox Game Pass Ultimate codes I handed out, courtesy of the Xbox Canada folks. It was nice of them to do that. Oh, and my site, gamerheadquarters.com. You know, check it out if you have time. October 24th. Okay. That's a good one. So what do we have from Xbox this year? It's September is Starfield, and then October is Forza. That's it, right? I was hoping for more. Like, where was Gears? Metaphor, which is the next game from Persona people. Towerborn, which is like it looks kind of like Fable Heroes, but it's like you're kind of defending and building a tower cooperatively. Oh, Clockwork Revolutions. That was another one. So this is a title from In Exile. So In Exile makes really great role-playing games, and to me, this looked like a BioShock-esque kind of game, but with like you're changing time. It's supposed to be like the leaks were saying it's a first person, because this is in game, right? So it's supposed to be a first person steampunk shooter. But it's like, I guess you can change time and adjust time and everything like that. Yeah, the Capcom title just looks like bizarrely crazy, which is exciting. Yeah. Gonna bother with the PC game show? Nah, probably not. It's not really my wheelhouse. But I think this game looks really, really cool. And as I said, In Exile makes incredible titles. And this is the first 4 Xbox title In Exile's made since they got purchased. So, yeah. And did you guys notice Phil Spencer had a Hexen shirt on? So I was wondering what that was all about. But anyways, I think this looks neat. And I think if they do like kind of BioShocky, but with In Exile sort of like really mature, messed up sort of storytelling, this could be like a really graphic, awesome, cool game. I think this one has a ton of potential. I really, really do. I think it could be awesome. They announced the Black Series S, which has 1 terabyte, which really means it has 800 gigabytes. So like, that wasn't anything too impressive. I was hoping for a hardware revision. Yeah, there was no. Yeah, I was really hoping that there would be a hardware revision or like a mid-gen refresh or something, but absolutely nothing from that from Xbox. Like there was a lot of stuff I thought they were kind of like sort of missing, if that makes sense. Where's the Starfield Direct? I kind of just want to put that in the backdrop while we're talking because I want to talk about Starfield Direct. Oh, it's bugged now. It's saying this content is age restricted or something. Oh, that's the ASL one. Oh, come on. Now it's all bugged. Okay. Well, we'll have the Starfield trailer playing. So, let's talk about Starfield. I have never in my life seen a game this insanely ambitious and ridiculous. Like, I don't even. Again, if you go back, you watch the showcase where I was talking throughout it, I still don't even understand how this exists. Like, you can build, like, a mech ship and fly with it, or a snake ship and fly with it. You can build whatever ship you want, and you can make outposts, like in Fallout 4 with, like, the outpost system. And you can do that on different planets and make little places you live, and you can have relationships and romances with various people, and you can get random crew members, and you can send your crew members to outposts, you can send your crew members to your ships, you can shoot people, you shoot people in zero-G, you can fly in space, you can board, like, well, I'll set it up better. You can fly in space, shooting other people in space, and be like, I don't want to blow you up. Land on their ship, go inside their ship, shoot them all, grab their sandwich, and then piss off. And it's like, you can fly anywhere, and they keep saying it's like, it's about the beauty of, like, exploration and discovery in space. Because every game that's like, it's the end of humanity. You know, I always complain about that when we do the streams. I'm always like, oh no, it's another, like Destiny, it's like, everything has fallen, Guardian. Or it's like any other space game, it's like, this is the end. Whereas this game, it's like, explore, discover. And you know, they've got the ring kind of at the end. It would be funny if you go through the ring and they take you to a better Halo game. That would be hilarious. But yeah, this game just looks too like, I can't even fathom that this actually exists as it does. And you can explore anywhere. They're like, when you're walking on the planet, they did their Zelda moment where they're like, that moon there, it actually orbits and you can go to it. I'm like, holy freaking hell, dude. Like, this shouldn't even exist as a game concept. And I don't even know how it's going to exist. Like, it's insanity. I've never in my life seen anything like this for a game. It makes everything else just seem like silliness. Because you, like, it's a limit, like, over 1,000 planets. And you can just freely explore and do whatever you want. It looks insane and exciting, and like, there's alien monsters and people and ships and building, and you can go on the beach and sit there on the beach and have a fish in a bowl beside you as you're enjoying the beach. Why is that in a space game? Nobody knows, but they threw it in there. And you can make whatever kind of character you want. Like, it's freaking ridiculous. There's never been a game out there like Starfield, September 6th. And, like, it's insane. Like, it really, I just do not even comprehend how that exists as a game. Like, it literally is just ridiculous. Like, it's insanely ridiculous. I'm trying to get the Starfield Direct to run in the backdrop, but it keeps being like, this is age restricted content. It's like, piss off, Xbox. What are we doing here? So that was kind of the showcase. So that's what we were. Sorry, I'm trying to get, like, I just want it running in the backdrop, you know what I mean? Like, just the Starfield Direct, but I'm gonna have to, like, type it up to do that. So obviously that was, I think, one of the best Xbox, if not like the best Xbox showcase they've ever had. That was pretty top notch. They really did deliver on that showcase. At least I thought so. Like, that was genuinely an impressive sort of offering. Sorry, I'm trying to get, like, I want it running in the backdrop, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to get, like, a video where it's sort of, like, running in the backdrop. But man, that game looks, like, Starfield looks so goddamn impressive. Like, it just really, you know, like, he's, like, Star Citizen is, like, this, you know, kind of game where it's like a tech demo compared to Starfield. Like, Starfield actually fully realizes the excitement and the, you know, the style of going into space and exploring and taking things in. Here we go. I got it now. Now we can have this in the backdrop while I'm talking. Like, you know, I've been like, oh, this could be game of the decade. This might be, like, the greatest game ever created. I have never seen anything of this scale. Like, the things they're promising and, like, showcasing for this game is insanity. Like, you know, Todd Howard, that madman, I think he might have done it again. Like, it really is just insane. Like, over 1,000 planets, building whatever ship you want, building whatever outposts you want, shooting things, blasting stuff, talking to people, building skill trees, building your own character, interacting with bunches of random people. You can have the biggest fan in the world, and then you can be like, I'm done with them, and shoot them in the back of the head just to get rid of them for the lols. It's insanity. It genuinely is absolute insanity. And then, yeah, all the stuff's for pre-order. That watch looks sick. The controller, the headset looks awesome. Rate the showcase? I don't really know. Probably like a 9 or something like that. But there was a lot we were kind of missing from the showcase. So I'm going to pull up my predictions list because, we're kind of talking about things. So I want to talk about what we were sort of like missing from that showcase. At least I felt so. Because there were a number of games where I was like, where was this? Why wasn't this here? The biggest, Gears of War. Where was the Gears of War stuff? Obviously, the Gears collection is not real. Otherwise, they would have shown it. But, like, where was Gears 6? Why wasn't that shown? So, is Gears 6 going to be, like, that far out? That it's... Because I was assuming it would be a 24 title. But, if they're not showing that... The other question is, with those games that they showed, like, all that's... Like, I think Xbox is hitting its stride at the end of this year and going into 2024. Because we got Flight Sim... We've got Avowed, we've got the Hellblade. So I'm wondering if those games are going to be maybe early year and they're still going to announce later titles. They did say they want to get one AAA title per quarter out. Imagine how stacked this show would have been if they had Activision purchase for this moment. So if Microsoft gets this Activision purchase done, like next year's showcase is going to be freaking nuts, dude. Like they kind of almost have been teasing that with Xbox having the Diablo marketing, having the Overwatch marketing. Like it's still going to be PlayStation with COD, even because it'll be Black Ops next year. So like that'll still be there, but even the year after having like literally all that Activision stuff at the show would be insanity. But yeah, it's just kind of wild. I hope they deliver on the promises too. But I'm just saying, like, Starfield, like, just looks crazy. But, like, where was Gears? Where was the Halo Battle Royale that's supposed to be being worked on? What happened to that? There was literally no talk of Halo at all. Where was Contraband? Why was there no mention of Age of Empires 4 on console or Age of Mythology? Like, if you're launching Age of Empires 4 on console, you'd think you would, like, tease it a little bit. Like, where was that at? Seriously, like, it's supposed to come out, like, this summer or something, right? Did it get delayed? Is it not a big deal? Where was the Indiana Jones game? Where was the Fallout 4 Next Gen update? Where were the games collections that Phil Spencer teased? There was not a single games collection here. So I think he really misspoke when he was talking about, after the failure of Redfall, because I won't forget that one. But, like, what gives? Where were the games collections he was teasing? So obviously that didn't happen. And then under my might see list, the Kojima game, which I didn't expect to see. Arcane Leon was there was a rumor they were teasing a big game coming down the road, so we didn't see that. Nothing from Double Fine. Nothing from ID, which was supposed to be like a Quake reboot, so nothing there. Nothing on The Outer Worlds 2, nothing on Perfect Dark. No Killer Instinct. Or Killer Instinct. Nothing for hardware aside from like a limited edition Black Series S. And yeah, but for me the biggest thing was just like, where was Gears? And I don't know, like it was a really great showcase. It was a stacked showcase. It's one of the better ones they put on, but there still was like, at least for me, a desire to see a little bit more, some extra big surprise. Like a lot of it was, we knew it was coming. You know what I mean? Like there was a few surprises, but there wasn't any like, oh my god, I had no idea this. You know what I mean? Like one of those, oh my god, what is this game kind of surprises. There wasn't really anything like that I can't think of, other than, for me, the hype moment was seeing a new Flight Sim getting announced. But, there wasn't like some jaw-dropping new game that was like, oh, we've never heard of this. We've never seen this before. It was more like, okay, that one, yeah, we know that's an update on that one. Yeah, no, that looks good. But obviously, big strengths. Avowed looks fantastic. Fable looks fantastic. Flight Sim, oh my god, Flight Sim. Starfield is just like the most mind-blowing game I've ever seen. Like like Starfield was just like, ugh, God, like, yeah, there's no State of Decay, but I didn't expect to see State of Decay. That was on my I don't think we'll see list. But it's just like, man, they actually had some good stuff. They actually came out swinging this year. And I think the showcase looks that much better, especially following the PlayStation showcase. So like this is one of those. It would have been so cool to be like at E3 seeing this, you know what I mean? Like actually at the event, in person at the showcase, seeing this like being presented. And you know, another full. So like I'm assuming, I think next year is gonna be stacked for Xbox. We say that every year though, right? Like we do genuinely. It's like, oh, there's always next year, and there's always next year, but it kind of looks like next year is actually gonna be stacked. I mean, the end of this year is gonna be fun because I'm assuming, like, because they didn't show Age of Empires. I'm assuming it'll be at Gamescom, or Age of Empires will have its own event. But like, you know, Age of Empires 4 is supposed to come to console this year, unless it gets delayed. I think Age of Mythology is supposed to also come out to PC this year, I believe. So why wasn't that shown? What was that? Area Game 2 is supposed to come out this year. No update on that one. And then so Xbox, it's basically like, you know, sort of a dry summer, except if we get, you know, Age of Empires, and then it's Starfield in September, and October it's going to be Forza, and then that's it. Kind of weird them not having like a tentpole like shooter or something like kind of coming in and out of nowhere or something. You know, there's going to be Game Pass releases, but I was a little surprised there wasn't like anything else. The extended showcases are always just deeper looks at games. The extended showcases are never like anything new being released or announced. So if they had anything big, it was at this showcase. So I guess we're gonna have to wait and see till next year what the other big announcements are. Because I'm really bummed out that there was no Gears of War. I was genuinely disappointed the fact that Gears did not show up in some form or another. I think it was a bit of a mistake not even teasing the next one or anything like that. But it did show that they were, like, obviously they got rid of that within 12 months release period kind of announcement. But it seems like a lot of the stuff they did tease is like, we're release window wise is kind of tighter. But I am kind of wondering, you know, not really a release date on Fable, not really a release date on like Clockwork. And did the Compulsion game have a release date? I don't think that one did either. Yeah. So 2024 looks pretty good. I mean, 2023 in general is a busy year for gaming. It's a great year for gaming. But for Xbox, it's looking like 2024 is going to be like a wild year. It really is. I was just hoping that they were going to have something more to just kind of drop, or something exciting just to pop out. So I'm assuming that Halo Battle Royale just isn't going to happen then. If it didn't get announced, like the timeline for that one, I feel is like slipping away for them to have released that, and it's just like there's less and less interest in Halo Infinite every day. So that was kind of, I would assume, was going to be their chance to like revitalize it. So I'm going to have to check out who leaked that Halo Battle Royale, because I don't think that's real. Same with whoever leaked the Gears collection. Obviously that is not that's not real then, because if it didn't come out now, I don't think they're going to come out with a Gears collection at any point down the road. I think that one's kind of, you can kind of forget about that. But Gears 6, probably 25 now. I was assuming 24, but with no showcase, probably 2025. Unless they want to blow our minds next year and be like, here's Gears. Yeah, the funny thing is, I can be like, yeah, 2024 is going to be great for Xbox, but it's like, that's like every year we're just sitting here being like, next year's the year, next year's the year. And again, it's another year where it's like, next year's the year. And it's like, is it? And I don't know. Good showcase, though. It really, really was a good showcase. They did actually deliver on a good presentation that I think actually offered like a lot of content, a lot for you to like kind of see. Like the Starfield was worth the price of admission regardless. And again, be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great, donation's cool. Consider becoming channel member, perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. Channel member gifting, Patreon option, Discord for chatter, and again in the Discord I'm going to drop all of the 12-month Game Pass codes from that I sent out throughout the show, in case some of them weren't taken, so you can come and grab them there in case somebody didn't somehow pick those up, even though, I mean, 12 months of Game Pass Ultimate. Xbox Store affiliate link, free Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link as well. So let's, I guess, I don't know, take questions and stuff like that. What did you guys think? What was going on there? Redfall Game of the Year edition. Well, watch them do like a recore where it's like Redfall Definitive. No, Flight Sim 2024 edition. From what I understand, that is like a new Flight Sim. So Flight Sim 2020 came out in 2020. But like, so it's been 4 years. But the initial plan was Flight Sim was a 10-year plan with Asobo, a 10-year partnership. So I was assuming they were just going to keep updating Flight Sim 2020. But this, to me, looks like it's a brand new release of Flight Sim. So I don't know if they're just going to like update and replace Flight Sim 2020, or if this is going to be a separate Flight Sim SKU that you can enjoy. I have no idea, but it looks like they've overhauled the graphics and the technology, and they've added more like career-based stuff that you can do in Flight Sim. So to me, this looks like a new Flight Sim. It might be like a bit of an update. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But it did look like it was a next-gen Flight Sim game. So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking on that one. Vowed looks really, really good. Hellblade, it would have been nice to see some combat. Yeah, that's fair. But it did have incredibly great visuals. There you go. MCRE, you and your Master Chief's brand. Tisk tisk. Atlantic City, yeah, Atlantic City will be a new location you go to for Fallout 76. I hope it's better than the Pit. Oh man, the Pit was so disappointing in Fallout 76. Oh god, I remember doing that with Kevin and just like we were so disappointed by that Pit update. It was just like, yeah, that was a bummer. So I hope Atlantic City is better. I really do. I hope it's a fun new expansion. And I hope it's got a current gen update, actually. That's one of my big hopes for that Fallout 76 release. They didn't put a release date down for that, did they? What is the name of the graphics engine for Starfield? Creation 2. Creation 2.0 is what the engine is. You don't think the Gears collection is showcase worthy? Of course it's showcase worthy. It's Gears of War, one of the staple IP franchises, one of the flagship franchise almost for Xbox technology. They will still support the old Flight Sim. I don't know. I think this one will like override that Flight Sim, and they're just gonna work on this one. Yeah, Starfield blew you away. It's just like this game, and you're seeing like clips of it. If you somehow missed the Starfield Direct, which is playing behind me, go and watch it. It is. I can't fathom that is an actual game. It's literally everything I could have ever dreamed for a space game and beyond. Like, it literally doesn't even make sense that it exists. It is insanity. And it's still got that dumb, fun heart that is like a Bethesda game where you make silly stuff and do silly things and act like an idiot if you want to. And I can't wait to play that game. I don't even know what reviewing that game is going to be like. It looks too big to actually even cover. Like, we're just going to have like endless streams of like visiting beaches and planets and exploring and taking in space and going boldly into the unknown. It's going to be awesome, man. Awesome. You're looking forward to decimating planets' local forests. You can do that too. You could be a maniac on the frontier of. Is there going to be like a destroy all the planets run for someone for Starfield? Do I think it'll hurt No Man's Sky? I mean, No Man's Sky is established, but let's be real here. No Man's Sky is a freaking joke compared to Starfield. Like, an absolute joke. Yeah, I don't. Like, you know, I think Zelda, I think Diablo 4, strong Game of the Year contenders, but like, if Starfield releases and it releases with the stuff they're like promising with this, there's no game that could like, I think that's ever existed that could compete with this. And the clouds move. It's called everything, guys. And you could buy the watch attachment. Have a watch in real life that attaches to the game. It's called everything, man. Yeah. It's just, it was insanely exciting. But yeah, where was the Fallout 4 current gen update? Like, where was that? So, I don't know. There was so much stuff where I was just kind of like, where are these other games? Where's this other stuff? Where's a big surprise, right? So I don't know if I was like surprised by the showcase. Everything was like pretty much what I expected, but I think they did deliver and almost over delivered on actually showcasing great stuff that actually makes it worthwhile to get an Xbox, like stuff where you're actually like, this is why you would buy an Xbox, which is crazy, you know. And you know, I'm sure they were missing a big hole of wanting that Activision deal done, but like, If they pull off Starfield, they pull off Forza, they trickle a couple of things here this year, and the next year they just knock it out of the park. They get Activision. It's gonna be like a golden era of Xbox, maybe even beyond like the 360 time. But man, that was crazy. Yeah, No Man's Sky, I was like bored out of my mind with that one. Oh, thanks for the donation there, Jo. Very appreciated. Fallout 4 update for the show? I wouldn't think so. I'm just wondering if they're maybe struggling to get that Fallout 4 update like done, if that makes sense. Like, I'm wondering if they are struggling to actually get it finished and released, because this would have been the perfect time to show it. I mean, we got like an update for like Fallout 76, we got an update for Elder Scrolls, we got an update for Sea of Thieves, but they didn't show like the Fallout 4. It's like, why was that the case? Because Xbox also had the marketing rights to Fallout 4, so there would be no conflicting issue there at all. You guys and your Redfall. Anyways, trying to scroll and see if there's any more exciting comments going over there. Payday looked way better than I thought it would be. I really, really was surprised by Payday's visuals and the gameplay of it. It looks like a fun version of Rainbow Six Siege from like back in the day, where you were doing actual like sieging, and I don't know. It could be really good. Flay became a channel member again. Whoa. So, anyways, that was really crazy. Any other questions you guys have? Anything you want to go over on this one? So I'd say generally it exceeded expectations, but it was very much what I expected from the showcase. So yeah, they didn't underwhelm for once. They didn't. Xbox has a great history of under delivering. So this was actually an exciting showcase to check out and take a look at and see. And there was some good stuff there. There was more I wanted to see. I wish we could go back to teasing long-term games again, but there was also a lot missing. There was a lot where I was like, where is this? What is this team working on? You know what I mean? I'm sure other people were feeling that too, but they did get some good stuff. Just said releasing in due time. So I'm thinking everything because they got rid of the 12, everything's releasing within 12 months thing, because obviously they failed miserably at doing that last year. Absolutely failed miserably at doing that. But like I'm assuming a lot, like almost everything here that they showed today was stuff that's like soon. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to give dates and stuff because they don't want people getting mad when everything inevitably gets delayed. But they did give 2024, they said like coming, stuff like that. So I'm assuming anything that didn't have like a final release date is like a tentative 2024 with the potential for them to delay it if they need to. So like, because Compulsion's game, that one's been sitting there for a long time. So that one should almost be ready. Even Fable has been in development for a long time, so that one should almost be ready too. So I'm wondering if it's kind of like Fable is sort of sketched in for maybe 2024, like late 2024, but they're like, if we need to delay it, we'll delay it. And it's called the Chicken Kicking. Oh my god. I was worried that they weren't gonna do that. I'm still it looks like it's gonna be an adult game, which I hope is the case, because Fable was always like fantasy and fun, but it was adult. It was mature, but it was something that anyone could play. And yeah, I'm hoping it keeps to that tradition of styling and everything like that. Oh, that was nice of you to hand out membership gifting there, Filet. Very kind of you. Starfield surpassed your expectations. Starfield just looks like something you could play like endlessly. And yeah. So there you go. Slaughter gifted 5. Well, you wanted 20 for that Halo Infinite one. Disc. When is the release of Starfield? September 9th, they said. So I should... Hopefully, Xbox will have their crap together and they'll let me review it. And, unlike Redfall, and I'll get to check it out in, like, August. So it's soon. It's soon. I'm hoping that they also give us a good amount of review time with this game, so I can actually sit there and sink my teeth into it, because it looks freaking endless. Like, you go to freaking, like, high-end space parties. That's what I want to do, guys. I want to, like, shoot things and do space stuff and explore planets, but I also want to sit at the beach and chill. Go to a high-end party and have a drink and, like, cause a chaos. Like, it looks like that game has everything. Well, Payday also looks like it's going to be on Game Pass, right? Everything also looked like Game Pass. Yeah. You watched my stream on Xbox. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. The sandwiches look good. Oh yeah, because the sandwiches they're playing right now. This lady's talking about how you can steal everyone's sandwiches, and then it fades into the planet. I was like, oh my god. Yeah. Well, how cheap do you think things were, Slaughter? Jeez, you got to do the math on that, man. Raunchy fantasy. But that's what Fable, like, that is Fable though, right? Is it's like you can get like STDs and you can have like cheat on your wife and you can have kids and you can like fart and belch to impress or like disgust people, and that's Fable. That's the heart of Fable, is like a really cheeky British humor with ridiculousness. That is what a Fable game is. At least that's what I think Fable is. And it's like, that was my big worry, was they're gonna bring it back and like sort of make it like kiddish, because Xbox has that thing like, Halo's become like such a non-mature sort of franchise, right? So it is a worry that they would do something like that. Yeah. I mean, hell, Starfield can run at 5 FPS if it's got all the freaking crap in it that it's supposed to have. Cheese wheels, man. Cheese wheels. Payday 3. Okay. Yeah, State of Decay 3, I think is going to be 25 and beyond for that one coming out. You thought it was only 50? Oh, slaughter. That looks like that Halo Infinite stream's not happening. Tisk tisk. Yeah, well, I did thank you for the gifting afterwards, Slaughter. You don't get it during the show. During the show, I'm trying to watch the show and focus on the show. The after chat is when the chat and the fun is. But yeah. It was fun. It was cool. Oh, this is when they announced the fancy watch and everything. That looks so goddamn cool. Ori? I don't think you'll see another Ori game because the developer and Microsoft had a bit of a split because of some of the things going on at the Ori or Moon Studios or whatever. So I don't think there'll be a third Ori game unless another studio is working on it or something. So I don't think that's happening anytime soon. But you want some buttocks? You didn't get enough of the buttocks from was it the Yakuza trailer? Yeah. Yeah, you get what you get, Slaughter. The sandwich 4K and 60 FPS. That's the dream. That is the dream. I don't know. It was a wild time. Who's buying the watch? It's tempting. It's even got the ridiculous case and everything like that. And the patch and a cool watch design. Oh man. That thing looks so cool. Estimated 2,188. So that's when Starfield takes place, or is that when Constellation first starts? Is 2,188? Guess it could be a lore thing. Look at Todd Howard. He's at the top of the world. He's like, I've got the greatest game ever. Everybody's gonna love this game. It's gonna make Zelda look like a childish joke. No, just kidding. Yeah. It looks like it's gonna be wild. The Black Series S. Ugh. I was hoping for a mid-gen refresh, so I'm pretty bummed out that that's not happening. So it is what it is. Anyways, it was cool. Oh yeah, the Star Wars title was a nice surprise, but we kind of knew that was happening. And then the Capcom one. How about, yeah, it's just like, I don't know, it's just like a Black Series S though. It fits in with the environment better, obviously, the aesthetic of my room, but for just a little extra storage and it's like a limited time thing, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I care about that Series S. For a second there, I thought they were going to announce like a rebranding or something, or a new series console, but no. $349. So how much is that compared to the regular one for the Series S 1TB? Controller and headset look nice, or it looks nice. How much is the watch? I think it's like $500, isn't it? Isn't the watch like $500 because it's like the collector's edition of Starfield? Yeah. The Yakuza game, it's gonna be like a live turn-based. It's gonna be like the last Yakuza game. If you want the traditional Yakuza battling, that will be the man who erased his name, I think it was what it was called. I think it was the man who erased his name, whatever that was they announced the other day. That one will be traditional combat. The Phantom Liberty. What are the Phantom Liberty specs? Did they bump it up a lot for PC, or is it gonna be insane? Series S is usually 280 to 330, so it's a bit more expensive than. I don't know. I don't care too much. The Series S I cover, in a limited capacity. For me, I want like some new hardware to play and stuff. Wear my watch everywhere, my fancy Starfield watch. And then I can feel like I'm going to space when I'm not going to space. Whoa. Yeah, I don't know. That was good. That Starfield, like the Starfield thing, is crazy. Like a lot of the stuff, I also feel people don't. I don't know if they're fully appreciating too. Is like every clip here is like a different freaking planet. You know what I mean? Like the backdrop in every single one of them is like a different kind of planet, and that to me is insane. Like it's all different. And well, I mean, with over 1,000 planets, it can be like that. But the scale of this game is just like we've never seen anything like it. You're gonna have all these developers trying to chase the concept of making something this big, and it's like I really like I don't even know how this game can't fathom how this game is gonna exist. It's just insanely large. Like I'm just gonna build like a weird space house thing. Like we could stream this game almost endlessly. We could do like a planet of stream if it's as big and as exciting as it looks like it's gonna be. Like this looks so crazy, and it all looks like worn. And it's utterly fascinating. It makes you look at other games and be like, why isn't your game big and impressive like this? Like, wow. Imagine what Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna look like. Imagine what the next Fallout game is gonna look like. It's probably gonna be worth the wait, I would imagine, because this is the space game of like my dreams. I've always wanted a game in space where it's about exploring and like the excitement and the fantasy and the scope of just like exploration and seeing things, and not like again an end of the world scenario. It's so cool that this is going to be about discovery, absolute discovery. Yeah, the Star Wars Outlaw game. Yeah, it looks kind of neat. What are BioWare working on? They're working on Mass Effect 5 and what was the other one? Direwolf. I think it's called. Is it Direwolf? Drew Wolf or something? What is the what's the other BioWare title they're working? I'm trying to think of the subtitling for it. You know what I mean? Like it's Dragon Age, but it's Dragon Age something. What is the next Dragon Age? Dragon Age Dreadwolf, sorry, it's Dragon Age Dreadwolf is the next one they're working on. So that'll come first. I believe that one is like late 2024 scheduled, probably 25, and then Mass Effect 5 will be like, well, Mass Effect 4, the fifth Mass Effect, but like it's the fourth one because it, Andromeda was like a spin-off, I guess, and then that one will be afterwards. But they're working on both at the same time. Starfield looks too good to be true. Well, they did delay Starfield an extra year to work on it for polish, so hopefully it doesn't turn out like Redfall. This is all supposed to be console gameplay, from what I understand. Like, that's what Phil Spencer was talking about. But he also did say that there would be games collections, and we didn't get a single goddamn games collection. Liar! Yeah. It'll be 50, though. It'll be worth the wait, man. It'll be worth the wait. I don't know. It's just... It was a good showcase. There was a lot to see. There was a lot to kind of take in. Obviously, not every fantasy was fulfilled, and not every surprise was like delivered. But it showed actual gameplay. It showed great gameplay. It showed games to be excited about. It showed games that are actually coming out. They gave you a glimpse into Xbox actually has games and is actually delivering on some games, and everything's gonna be on Game Pass, and it's exciting. It's exciting to actually get stuff that's like something to look forward to and to play, and give me work to do. And just imagine, down the road they get this Activision Blizzard deal done. They give us old CODs, they give us new CODs, they give us new other titles, Blizzard stuff. We get all that on Game Pass. Xbox is setting themselves up to actually compete in this industry. It's gonna be interesting. It was a long 10-year drought, but it might be finally over. And again, Flight Sim. Yeah, give the polite clap of applause for Todd Howard, the madman. He did it again. He really did. Because, I mean, if we got this one coming out, and then let's say, 25, 26 for Elder Scrolls 6, probably 26 now, but, we could actually see that teased in like a year or two or something. I can't wait to see what Elder Scrolls 6 looks like. Because they're just polishing this last year. So I would imagine a lot of their team, or most of their teams, probably moved on to Elder Scrolls 6, and it's actually like being actively developed at this point would be the case, right? So Who knows? I can't wait to see. But I hope it's ambitious on a scale like this was, because this is just like, I can't believe this game exists. I am genuinely disappointed there's no Gears of War. I actually feel like that too. Very, very sad that there isn't there wasn't Gears in any way. Not even a tease, nothing. It's like, come on, Phil Spencer, throw us a bone. But he did have the Hexen shirt on. It was weird of him to have a Hexen shirt and not like nothing to do with Hexen, because Phil Spencer loves teasing like games. Like his shirts are always a tease of something coming. So like Hexen, are they rebooting Hexen instead of doing like Doom or something? Or not Doom, Quake? Because that would be interesting if that was the case. They got him on Hexen, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's something to wait for. I don't know. I'm excited. Any additional final like questions and stuff, guys, before we kind of wrap up our fun showcase there? But I hope that they get everything set up for Starfield, and then I get to cover Starfield and show you guys Starfield, and that's not another Redfall situation, because that was frankly embarrassing. But we'll see if they're mad because of how Redfall, how I covered it and stuff. But yeah, I'm just Gears. Well, Gears is like, I call it like the flagship Xbox franchise now, because Halo is not, Halo isn't what it was. But Gears is always like, it showcases the hardware to the max. It showcases Unreal to the max, which is the Unreal Engine. It has all of the features, that you would expect out of a console. Usually high frame rates, great resolution, Dolby Atmos. It's a play anywhere title. It usually always like takes full advantage of what the Xbox can do as Gears of War, and it always has since the series first came out. So yeah, it is a bummer that Gears was not ready here. The Xbox Game Showcase extended. So that'll just give you more gameplay of the games you saw. That'll be about it. Why did Cyberpunk feature? Microsoft has the marketing rights to Cyberpunk, obviously. So that's why it was here. Why wouldn't they show it? Filet has a question. Oh, does he? What's his question? Anyways, it was great. I'm just trying to get to this timer. Disney Star. Oh my god, you guys always complain about this stuff. CD Projekt Red teaming with Xbox? CD Projekt Red has worked with Xbox since, like, literally their inception. I mean, Witcher 2 was exclusive. Witcher 3 was shown off at Xbox. Cyberpunk was shown off with Xbox and had the marketing rights to Cyberpunk. Like, CD Projekt Red has literally always worked with Xbox. Literally since the beginning. That's who they worked with, was Xbox. Am I thinking of buying the Starfield watch? I'm certainly tempted. I'm certainly tempted. I mean, they might be showing off some more games, but typically they don't at the extended showcase, unless they're maybe showing off some like indie stuff. But like, I've never bothered with the extended showcases, like watching them, because I know there's not going to be anything like that I really need to watch it for. So yeah, I don't really bother with that. Same with like the other various publishers when they do their like directs and stuff. I just don't care. But like I only turn out for the big showcases. Otherwise, I'll just watch the trailers online. Yeah, it wasn't even worth watching like the last PlayStation showcase. I was like pretty like mad by that. So I think if anything that made this showcase from Xbox even better was the fact that the PlayStation one was so like disappointing. Usually PlayStation comes out swinging, so it's weird to see Xbox actually come out here and like deliver something crazy and wild. So we'll see. How am I doing today? I'm I don't know, tired, I guess. Ready to start the day, I suppose, even though I've spent all this time working already. So yeah. Why was there no special edition consoles? Because they're still having issues even getting consoles out the door. The biggest missed opportunity was not a limited edition Diablo console, I would say. Because I've actually heard a lot of people are buying like a Series X bundle with Diablo 4 just so they can play. Like, Diablo is huge. That game is just going to smash records this year. Absolutely smash it. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Cyberpunk eventually end up on Game Pass. Because Witcher 3 was on there, and I'm actually kind of surprised that wasn't an announcement that the base game, Cyberpunk, will be on Game Pass ahead of the DLC. Because then you could use, and then people would buy the DLC and stuff. But I'm thinking that they're gonna get sales driven up because of this. They'll probably put out like a super edition of Cyberpunk that includes the DLC, and that'll be like the new version of Cyberpunk you get. So yeah, that was about it. I think we've kind of wrapped up the post-show chat. That's what I want to do, chill out on the beach with my robots. But I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back streaming tonight, obviously, with, I don't know what we'll be doing. Maybe we'll dungeon crawl more, or we'll shoot some stuff. I don't know. There'll be some kind of stream tonight like there usually is. But that was the Xbox Game Showcase for this year. I hope you guys had fun. And yeah, I guess we'll probably do this again next year. And hopefully we'll be covering the Xbox titles, because hopefully they'll actually send them for me to cover. And we won't have a Redfall situation again. And yeah, it should be an interesting end of the year. Lots of games to play, lots to cover, lots to see, lots to do. And yeah, it's going to be a wild time. So that was the Xbox Game Showcase for 23. A fun wrap up. And yeah, see you guys around. I guess I should wait till the dates go by on the top there. Starfield.